For iMedia, I'm Bob Garfield, and somehow you've found your way back into the lounge. I'm here with Jack Hallahan of Mojiva. Jack, you know more about you than I know about you. Tell me about you. You have 15 seconds.
I've been in mobile advertising for the last 5 years off of a legacy in the online and traditional advertising world. Started at Y&R New York and Shy a Day, moved over into the publishing side with Sports Illustrated, helped start up Men's Health magazine, and really, as I said, spent the last 5 years watching how the world has moved into mobile and digital. So Mobi TV was my first foray into advertising on the mobile side, and then moved from there now into Mojiva.
I think it was 18 seconds.
-3, 2. Sorry.
Okay, so Mojiva, that is a very unusual name for a company. It sounds like the 4, 5, 6 tropical drinks I had last night. What Mojiva is? What?
Mojiva is 2 words. It's Mo for mobile, and Jiva is Sanskrit for life or breathing. So mobile life, and it's really a metaphor for what world we now live in.
Clearly, the smartphone is a transformational technology.
Yeah.
And so the whole world of marketing is trying to figure out how it also will be transformational for marketers.
Mm-hmm.
If people are so attached to their mobile devices, obviously marketing has to be attached to it as well. Start by giving me the areas that you think are going to be most successful for reaching people where they increasingly live.
There are a lot of apps out there. Brands are thinking they need to build their own apps. In some cases, that's a good idea. In some cases, not so much, because as you pointed out, the app builds out and shows up on your iPhone, say, and you use it 1 or 2 times. It's really not providing very much utility, and it could ultimately be a potentially negative brand experience over time by having to come back and keep looking at that app over time. The way a brand can impact your life in a positive experience that is transformative, where it's providing utility, either at a very high level where it's providing you with search utility and you really desperately need to find that pair of sunglasses because you're here in Miami and you're about to have your retinas burn off. There's opportunities around various brands to really establish themselves, I think, with a presence in mobile.
What do you think is going to get traction?
Yeah, I think it's fun to watch where we're headed with local and hyper-local. So when you see the confluence of the Yelps and Foursquares and the rating services that are out there and how they very quickly caught on. And on the other side of that, you see where marketers are starting to understand how to take advantage of that. It actually moves the world beyond the larger brands even into providing local companies with an opportunity to market and message themselves to their best customers in a way they never could before. P&G calls it the moment of truth. So all of the work they've done up to leading you down the aisle to the point where you're about to pick up that box of Tide, they feel that every marketing message they've hit you with up to that point has provided you with that decision. Well, now you actually have the person right there in the aisle, and there's technologies that we can deploy now, Shopkick and a variety of different technologies out there that can help that happen as well.
Yeah, my phone says, don't reach for the whisk. Don't reach for the whisk. Actually, I'm about to perform a play in 1 act, a brief 1-act play. It's called Bob with his mobile device. I only have 8 minutes of battery life left. I don't want this ad. Get off of my phone. Get off of my phone. Thank you. Your clients bother me. I don't want them there. Get them off of my phone. How do you ever get to the point where I'm really eager to hear from Procter & Gamble?
Right.
I'm never eager to hear from Procter & Gamble.
Well, never say never, because there's certainly, I mean that, because I would say 2 things. One is that you're absolutely right. No one has not experienced the Bob 1 act where you're thinking, I can't believe this ad's popping up right now, and potentially even covering, say, the one set of information I'm looking for at the bottom of the map or whatever it is.
Yeah. And there's a half a bar left on the phone.
And there's a half bar left on the phone. I mean, we've all been there. I think it's really incumbent on the relationship between the publishers and the advertisers to start to understand how to gate against that, how to provide more data that allows the publisher to know who Bob is and what Bob likes to see and when Bob likes to see it. So I know that sounds a bit blue sky, but we're actually moving further and further in that direction. What frequently brings a little bit of hesitation to that are the privacy issues you have with your carrier relationship, and that's completely understandable. And I think we've gone a long way, honestly, since 2005 and when I started with Movie TV. It was significantly more difficult to understand who the ad was going to. And as a result, you were getting more spam, if you will, more ads that didn't make sense to you. Now that wall has come down, and there's tremendous, I think, opportunity to start to harness the data mining that you can do in a way that allows the advertiser and the consumer to come together and understand when they want to see what they want to see.
Help me as a consumer along to understand that mobile marketing is not my enemy, but my friend.
I think that's exactly where we need to go. It has to be around more, well, I'll start with rich media. I think a rich media experience is one that allows more utility from the phone. Unfortunately, the national disasters that occurred in Japan, and maybe there's something that it's bringing to light for you that says you can actually donate. All you have to do is click here, and $1 will go straight to your, from your bill, from your mobile bill, straight to the Red Cross to help Japan. Well, that's a value, and if that was been provided for you by a brand, so I think
value. Make it valuable to me.
And be trustworthy. I think that's the other angle. You have to be able to provide something that's really going to work. We were at an agency in New York last week, and they had grand ideas for what they wanted to do with a particular campaign. And my reply to them was, start with the most straightforward execution you can do that offers an in and out. An in and out meaning, what do I put in and what do I get out? Don't go beyond that.
Okay, Jack, go grab yourself a nice frosty Mojiva, and because I'm kicking you out of the lounge.
Fair enough with that. All right, Bob. Thank you.
Thank you. For iMedia, I'm Bob Garfield. The lounge is closed.